The most masculine man in history was Jesus Christ. Today, Jesus is often wrongly portrayed as a soft, passive hippie with no strength or authority. But the real Jesus, he was the most masculine man to ever walk the planet. He was and is the perfect example of real masculinity. If you hate true masculinity, you'll hate the biblical Jesus, and here is why. Courage in the face of death. Jesus knew that speaking the truth and confronting evil would cost him his life, and he did it anyway. He openly rebuked the Pharisees. He cleansed the temple by driving out the money changers, and he didn't retreat even when the cross stood before him. Jesus deliberately chose to lay down his life. He didn't die because he was weak. He died because he was strong enough to face suffering for the sake of others. This is courage in its highest form. True masculinity means self-control. One of the clearest marks of manhood is the ability to control one's desires and emotions. Jesus was in the wilderness for 40 days fasting, a feat no mere human can accomplish. Satan tried to tempt Jesus, and despite his hunger and physical weakness, after 40 days of fasting, the devil stood no chance. No human has ever shown such masculine self-control as Jesus Christ. For we do not have a high priest who is unable to empathize with our weaknesses, but we have one who has been tempted in every way, just as we are, yet he did not sin. Hebrews 4:15. Sacrificial love is the highest form of strength. Masculinity is not measured by dominance, but by the willingness to protect, provide, and lay down one's life for others. Jesus exemplified this in the ultimate way. He gave his life on the cross not for his own benefit, but to save the world. In doing so, he demonstrated that real strength is the ability to sacrifice for love. Greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends. John 15:13. I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd lays down his life for the sheep. John 10:11. Boldness and integrity in a corrupt society. Jesus wasn't politically correct. He didn't avoid hard truths to spare people's feelings. He was bold in calling out corruption, especially among religious leaders. Jesus stood for the truth, even when it meant public shaming, rejection, and ultimately death. Nowadays, people fear to speak up for the truth because of societal pressures. Look where that has got us to. Jesus Christ is the standard of perfect manhood. He had unmatched courage, unwavering discipline, selfless love, and bold truth. If every man today would strive to be like Christ, the whole world would be transformed. This is your call. Pick up your cross and follow him.